Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Welcome back. It's time for another Mass Make Monday, and in case you're new to my channel, what I do is I set a timer for 45 minutes and then I try to see how many of a particular item I can make in that time. Today we are going to be making some collage strips inspired by Tim Holtz and all of the YouTubers out there who have been inspired by Tim Holtz to create their own collage strips. And I'll let you know, my allergies are really acting up, so I'm gonna try and cut out any throat clearing from the final video, but there may be some that gets in and my voice may sound a little off. And I'm probably gonna possibly stop this part way because yeah, the allergies are causing me some serious problems. We'll get into that in a bit. So what I've already done is I've cut some 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper down to 8 by 2 inches wide strips, and then I took another one and cut it down to 5 by 2 so we can do some belly bands going this way, like we can do some collage strips oriented this way. I have a feeling talking is going to be hard. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start the timer, and I've got out on my desk, which you may not see everything, a bunch of stuff. Let's move these guys out of the way and we'll start with one of the long strips. And I've got book page, and I've got digital washies, and I've got washi tapes around, and I've got some digital photos. You could also use the Tim Holtz people. And I really want to start with this guy, and these are a digital by luiseHeinzl because I just love the hair on him. Because yeah, this is gonna be a Halloween-y one. So we're gonna stick him on there. And what I can always do later on is if there's white showing, just ink bits up. So we'll start with him there, and then let's see. These washi strips are by DigitalFables. And I figure I'm just gonna attach the stuff and then trim off edges afterwards. Let's see, do we wanna use another one of these on here? So how's everybody doing? The things have been a little crazy around here. If you watched last Mass Make Monday, I think I talked about the fact that I had to replace my AC system. So that was on Tuesday. Apologies for there not being a video on Wednesday. I had some technical difficulties and could not get it to upload. Let's get some book page. I think I may wanna, but I don't want that much of it, so let's use our paper trimmer, cut it off. So we're just basically layering stuff on here. I'm gonna do stuff of different like thicknesses. I think this is like not very straight. Okay, let's see. Let's trim off this edge to get it straight. And then this way we can cut this straight. And let's see, what else do we want on this guy? And I've got some scrap papers. Some of them are digitals and some of them are scrapbook papers. So I will try and do my best to let you know what all those digital papers are, but they're ones that have been floating around for a little while, so I may not know off the top of my head. Let's see, let's chop off a little bit of this just to make it a little easier to work with. So yeah, we're just gonna, oh, come on. It's like a hair too long to fit into my little guillotine. Wait, I think I can squeeze it in. All right, I think that's about right. Close enough. All right, let's cut off. Yay much. Being very precise here. Yeah, I'm definitely not feeling my best. So yeah, it started, my allergy started up on Friday night. All right, we need to go up that way. Let's see what else we've got. Problem is this is in like vintage sepia tones, and I just don't have anything handy that really goes color-wise, of course, because that's how I roll. Let's see, what do we got? Maybe do a little bit more book page up here. I think that's too much book page, so can I just trim that down? So my allergies were acting up and I was just feeling kind of off. And I checked my blood pressure and it was really high, and so I'm like, that's not good. That I measured completely wrong. All right, we're gonna use a different piece. I'm gonna just trim this down a little bit. That there, and let's see what else I've got handy. So yeah, my blood pressure was all kinds of high. Let's see what we've got in here. That could be what? No, but we'll straighten that up and do some inking. That will help with that, I think. And then at the very top, let's do some actual washi, and I have my Halloween washies are like out on the table. Let's see, let's do a bit of that. All right, I'm gonna start gluing stuff down. And we're gonna just start with this guy in the middle, and then we'll trim around and fix up our edges. Now, this is definitely a project you could use glue stick for. I just don't like glue stick, as if you were a regular on my channel know, glue stick and I do not get along, so I'm not gonna use glue stick. And let's do that. And then that had me a little freaked out and was not able to fall asleep, was still feeling kind of stuffy and blah. And then apparently I have, sleep apnea, so I did not have a good night's sleep. That was kind of out of whack. Got up this morning, was still feeling off, and we're just gonna layer on top. And my blood pressure was even higher this morning, so all kinds of freaked out, which of course then just makes everything worse, because that's not a recipe for lowering your blood pressure and your heart rate and all that good stuff. So around midday, I finally broke down and called my dad and was like, all right, let's try going to urgent care. I'm gonna add a little ink to the edge of this guy because I'm noticing I didn't get it cut very well, so there's some white showing, so just to make sure that's not the case. So yeah, you could ink everything individually before attaching if you want. I am not doing that on this one. So called my dad, had him take me to urgent care, but apparently the urgent care near me doesn't do anything for high blood pressure issues. They'll check your blood pressure, pretty much it. So they sent me to the ER. So I got to go and spend not too long. It wasn't actually too bad. I was only in there for about a little over an hour maybe. So it was a pretty speedy trip. My blood pressure was already coming down by the time I went to the ER. Doctor there checks me out, and I've got fluid in my ear, which is probably what was causing me to feel all kinds of meh, because it was one of those, like, I'm not dizzy, I'm not lightheaded, I just don't feel right kind of things. So yeah, apparently because I had a ton of fluid in my left ear. So I'm going back to taking Flonase, which I had stopped because it's kind kind of one of those things, my allergies flare and then they subside and all that good stuff. So really think I need to go seek some more allergy treatment. So yeah, I think we're just gonna glue those guys on and then chop off what gets chopped off, kind of thing. So yeah, so that was my fun-filled morning, and as a result, I feel better than I did this morning, although I'm starting to, like, the allergies are starting to get worse again, like the stuffiness. So yeah, there's that. That was my fun-filled. I'm gonna actually just trim a smidge more off here. Just be able to move the numbers over a little bit more. So yeah, that was my fun and excitement this morning. I had planned on, you know, filming this and getting a bunch of crafting stuff done, and nope, ER visit. Oh look, we're gonna be a little bit too short. All right, let's trim that off and see what we can stick up top. But for the fact that the washi is like overlapping on this guy, I would just wrap it around, but it is, so we're not going to. Just need a little sliver or something up here. A little book page piece, just like a teeny tiny slivery piece of book page. I'm gonna lift this up so that I can just go like this. We're gonna do that. Set this little piece on and then glue on top. Now I'm using digitals for like the center focal kind of piece on these guys. You could of course use the Tim Holtz People, which I thought about getting out, but then I had these guys handy, so I decided not to bother with that. All right, now we're just gonna trim off, and I just realized I don't have any good scissors nearby for doing that, so let me go grab those. We're gonna pause our timer. Okay, now that I've got scissors, we can trim off. You could also use your paper trimmer to do this, but I think I'm just gonna run my scissor along the edge here. So yeah, that was my fun-filled day today. Let's see. Oh, this week was the week I got my new AC installed, and that was on Tuesday, which it actually wasn't as bad temp-wise as I thought it would be. So there we go. That's our first one. Definitely going to ink around the edges because this has got white showing. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to use some scorched timber. Because I turned the AC down before the guys showed up so that I could, you know, have the house as cool as possible for as long as possible. I figured if I dropped it below what I usually do it at, that would work for keeping it a little cooler longer once the AC was off. But yeah, it took them till, they got there at about 8:30 and they were there until 6:30. So yeah, it was a very long day, and the puppies were not thrilled with the whole process. Like, they were not happy about the fact that they could not go out in the yard. All right, I'm also going to grab some antique linen real quick and just knock back how white that bit is. It will make me happier if I do that, and I might as well do it now. Now, you of course could also sew around this if you wanted to. I saw a YouTube video recently where she did that. Or not, but there's one done. Yay! All right, let's grab another base. Let's do a Christmassy one. This way I know I'll at least get a Christmas one and a Halloween one done. All right, let's scoot some stuff out of the way. And these photos are by the little lady Paperie. So let's find, there's one in here I saw that I was like, oh, I kind of want to do that one. Dressed up, she's a Christmas tree. All right, where is it? Ah, this one. This little cutie with the dog. So Come on. Ooh, and that's a little narrow. I didn't realize they were going to be a little too narrow. So what we may do is put a piece of paper down and put it over that, which probably made no sense. Oh, this is going to be a rough video. I apologize. The synapses are not firing all that great. Yeah, I did not get a very good night's sleep last night. It took me forever to fall asleep. I woke up. It was just not a good night. So, so basically I'm going to trim off a 2-inch piece of this, which is Recollections paper I picked up from Michael's last year. That's the right width. And I think I'm just going to glue her on and then trim it down. And then that can go on as the centerpiece for here. So yeah, so they came out Tuesday. We're here pretty much all day installing the AC unit, but because when they put in, the previous owner put in the unit that I was replacing, they apparently put like the foam adhesive filler stuff behind the unit. I'm just gonna go ahead and glue her on because I know I'm putting her there, in a way that it like glued the old AC inside unit to a pipe behind it for my shower. So they ended up in removing the old AC unit, broke a pipe that they had to fix before they could finish, and it was such a tight fit where they put the old AC unit and were putting in the new unit that it just took them so much longer to get stuff done. All right, and I've got some more of the faux washi by DigitalFables. Let's see which one we want to use. Oh, there we go. Let's do the holly berries. Let's do that up here, like that. Let's see, what else? What else? Do we have one? That one's kind of like that for there. And I've got, where did those scraps go that I set aside? Here they are. These are scraps from a very old Christmas missalette, so let's stick that up there. Some book page, which I've got. Some Christmassy book page that's also been dyed, so let's grab not that one. Let's see if I can find a usable scrap. Apparently I've got some pockets that I made out of book page in here as well. Let's make sure we get Santa Claus on there. This is not going to fit in there. So let's pull out our big paper trimmer. Oh, and then I'm going to reach behind me and get some Christmas washies because I've got some of those behind me. So let's just go ahead and cut this down to 2 inches. Oh, let's scoot it over so I have Adventures of Santa Claus, and then we'll trim off the other edge as needed. So we can put that down here, and I'm gonna chop it off here, but I'm also gonna get rid of all of that just plain space up top. That'll go there. Let's see, I've got Christmas washies. Let's do a little bit of this up here. And a little bit of this down here. And let's figure out some paper, I think. Let's see, what do I've got in the papers? Oh, you know what, I've got some Oh, I've got stuff everywhere. This place is a mess. Let's see if I do that. No, I don't want the plaid on the plaid. Actually, I'll put that up there. And I will double check and see if I can figure out which digitals these came from. And we'll do that because I do not remember. All right, so she's glued down. Let's start gluing the rest of the stuff down. So yeah, it's been a bit eventful. I had lunch with a friend of mine this past week too, and so we had a lovely time. You know, got a quick bite and chatted. She's been working on a historical research project because she has her PhD in history, so she was updating me on it. A lot of intriguing developments since it's a story that involves, you know, corruption and the mob and all sorts of stuff, like from back in the 50s, 60s, 70s kind of tale. So she had called me to ask me a legal research related question, like where she should go to try and find something. And so that's what prompted, she had told me about what she was researching, and so now I'm all excited to see what she ends up finding all together. So very interesting topic. So yeah, we had an out of cycle lunch because this is my friend from grad school who we usually end up going to lunch during Lent and Advent. So this was a non-Lent or Advent luncheon, so very unusual for us. It's one of those things, it's like, why don't we go out to eat together more often? And neither one of us can come up with a good reason other than we tend to forget to make plans until it's Advent or Lent. So let's put that one on. And because I'm using art glitter glue, I may find edges peeking up that aren't glued down all the way kind of thing, and I'll just go back and add more glue kind of thing. All right, let's put this guy here. And you know what? Having swapped these accidentally, I'm not loving this next to that. So maybe what we'll do is a piece of this, which trim, I'm seeing a little white edge showing. And of course, this is not going to be a straight trim because it's me and I cannot cut straight for my life. Like, I use my paper trimmer because it increases the chances that I'll get a straight line. Doesn't guarantee them, but it increases. Oh, I feel like there was something else I was going to update you about and talk about during today's video before, you know, unscheduled ER visit. But I can't think of what that was. So there's that. And I'm going to add glue underneath because washi tape just does not stick very well. And then we'll trim off any edges sticking out. Oh, I know what it was because I recently watched the videos on, so Barbara over at 49 Dragonflies recently did a video about, you know, crafting YouTube channels struggling these days. And then Chevy Debbie Doodah followed up on it, pointing out, you know, how they are struggling to get, you know, views and likes and all of that. And I'm fortunate in that I don't rely on my YouTube channel for income, which is a really good thing, because if I did, I'd be starving on the street right now. Since I make $0 on my YouTube channel, I am not monetized, so I don't make anything for the video content I put up on YouTube. So yeah, YouTube just costs me money because I buy supplies and I have my editing software that I have to pay for and all that good stuff. So yeah, I am lucky in that I don't rely on this for income, but for those who do rely on it. All right, I want to ink edges again, and I'm going to do Lumberjack Plaid. It's tough out there because YouTube likes to see engagement, by which I mean likes, subscribes, comments. So if you've got a favorite YouTuber out there, it goes a long way to helping their channel if you take a second and give them a thumbs up. Take a second to comment on their video, even if it's just like a smiley face comment. That all helps. It goes into the algorithms. All right, let me move that aside. And let me find where I put my blanks. Wait, here they are. Let's go ahead and do one of these so that we at least get one going this way done. All right, that's not gonna work on one of those. I'm just pulling out somebody from the stack by luiseHeinzl. This is my leaning contender right now. But I think this one's gonna win out. I think we're gonna go with the owl. So yeah, a lot less going on this one since it's short, but I figured, you know, all of the collage strip videos I've seen on YouTube are all ones doing big long strips, and I'm like, let's do a few short ones. This way you've got some variety in your stash. And since this is going in the middle, I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it down. And again, I'm gonna have to ink to cover up the fact that it's not exactly 2 inches. All right, let's see what we've got over here. Faux washi wise. And I think and look, they match, except that's not gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is use this one, which is neutral in its orientation, like it can go this way and not be, it's not a big deal. I also think this one works going that way. So we'll use that as well. Let's kind of glue those on. Oh, and I am going to be grabbing my vapor rub after I'm done with this, because yeah, my allergies are just, they're killing me. I don't know why they're so bad right now, but they are. I'm going ahead and inking the edges on this one because I left a lot of white when I cut it out because it's that ticket shape, but I don't really want a ton of white showing on here, so I'll just glue to the bottom of that ticket. Gets both doctor's offices like, have you been around someone who's been sick? I'm like, no, I work from home. I'm not around anyone ever. Like, I leave my house maybe once a week. Maybe. All right, let's get some paper. Let's go ahead and do that over here, I think. I'm just going to put glue on here. Looking through my stash of papers that I have off to the side here, trying to find a piece that'll work. I think we're gonna go ahead with that, and I'm just gonna do this because I think there's a little white on the edge there. And then just add glue, and then we'll trim off. This one's faster than the other ones because it's smaller. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and trim this off and take that piece of washi that's stuck to the scissors off and get it out of the way. So yeah, this project's a great way to use your scraps. As I was saying, for the focal centerpiece that I'm using, since I'm using digitals, you can also use the Tim Holtz People, but you could also do like images from books or magazines. You could use fussy cut bits if you've got something you want to use. All right, let's ink our edges again with the scorched timber. So that would go on a page like this. All right, I definitely want to do this one. So let's grab another base and add her right there. I really like her. Yeah, there was... I'm okay with that, I think. We're gonna go ahead and use that piece. And this one's also DigitalFables, and that scrap is from Digitals by PolkaArtStudio. That one I know. I think the ones I used on the last one, or the Halloween, the Christmas one, I think might be vintage 717, but I'm not 100% sure. I will check and leave them listed in the description box down below. Let's see what we've got. And in case I didn't say, both sets of the faux washies are DigitalFables. Kind of like the potion bottles. Kind of thinking we're gonna go potion bottles down there. And again, I'm gonna ink up here because I'm looking at it. It looks like I've got white on there. And of course, when you go to put this in a journal, you can do additional decorating if you want on the piece. I also think I kind of maybe want the ravens up top. Maybe put them all the way up top and put some book page there. Let's grab our trimmer. Kind of eyeballing where I'm going to cut this off. Move that down, and then I can just add that piece on top. And then we'll do this because it's just easier. All right, now let's do some book page down at the bottom. That, nope, quite enough. Could do the piece I cut off. Just stick that on and then cover the fact that it is not a straight piece at the bottom. And let's go ahead and do some washi, and I've got this orange washi. So yeah, sorry if I'm not very chatty, but the allergies are definitely like getting to me today. So yeah, definitely going to be taking my Claritin and my Flonase and all that good stuff. All right, let's see. We need some more stuff for the bottom here. Let's check our papers off to the side. I think we're just going to finish that off with this. So yeah, you're noticing I'm varying the thickness of the pieces I'm putting on just to add more interest to the piece than if they were all the exact same size. All right, scissors. Oh no, I decapitated a bird, I think. Yep, he got decapitated. Ooh well, too late now. Alright, I'm gonna ink again the edges. And so, like I said, these could be belly bands, but you could also use them as side tucks on the side of a page. That's why I cut them to 8, so that you wouldn't have to worry they'll fit on a standard US letter size paper folded in half, which is what I tend to use in my journals. All right, that one's done. Let's do one of these, and let's do another Christmas one. And is it wrong that I'm just like, I want the puppy? These guys are taller than 2 inches. Let's see if I can find one that has less. Yeah, we'll go with Santa and the Kid because there's more frame around it, so I'm not going to be trimming off the picture. I'm going to do a little bit of ink on the edges because I'm seeing white on the sides. And we'll go ahead and glue Santa down. There was one nice thing about, you know, my various visits today at the urgent care place that I went to. The nurse who took care of me, she's like, "You do not look your age." I'm like, I appreciate that. Not gonna complain about that. You know, when I was younger, I was all frustrated that I was always mistaken for being younger than I was. At my age, I appreciate being told I don't look like I'm almost 50. So that was nice. All right, let's go ahead and glue that one on. See what we've got. Faux washi tape. Again, I'm not sure. This is one of my scrap bits where that's from. I got Santa faces, but they're going the wrong way, so we're not going to do that. Let's do this one over here, and then we'll do another piece of the music paper here, and then probably some washi on that end. And let's see, what do we want over there? Do we want presents? No. Do we want another plaid? No. Let's go with that. Let's glue stuff down and we'll figure out where we're at. I'm just trying to decide. I'm like, which side do I want up? Which do I find the most interesting? Okay, let's do that. We'll just go ahead and I'm gonna, because this one I think was tearing with a tearing ruler for doing like collage pages, and for this I prefer like the clean edge. I'm just gonna add glue here. And I'm seriously thinking maybe of chopping off just a single Santa and sticking them on the end there. Washi, let me see what I got. Skinny red washi, I think. Let's do skinny red washi. We've got a little over 2 minutes left, so I think this is about all we're gonna get done today. Probably would have gotten more done if I was a little less meh. But it's better than last week where we only got, what, like 3 done? There will be a time where I do a Mass Make Monday video and I will make a lot of things and we will all be surprised. I actually have had some where I've done more mass making, where it was more like a simple just assembly line kind of project. All right, let's bring over our Santa washi and just see if we want to add a Santa face to like the middle of here. Come here, where'd you go? I really kind of think I do. All right, we're gonna just chop one off. Let's see how it looks. And I'm gonna take my scissors because there's no way I'm getting it in to trim that little bit of white off. Yeah, I kind of like that. And I think I'm gonna ink the edges. I'm just using the lumberjack plaid because that's what I got handy. And look at that, we're filling up our remaining time here. All right, let's ink these edges. put this back because, yeah, I think we're just going to call time a few minutes shy, a few seconds shy, because we're at like 44 seconds. Because, yeah, I'm about done, and it's not like we're going to get another one done in 45 seconds, because, yeah, not going to happen. So, let's see what we got done here. I'm just trying to clear some space off. Okay, so we got 1, 2 horizontal ones done, and 1, 2, 3 vertical one done. Oh, we got 5 done, so yay! So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that lets YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.